We have to continue with the program. Our time is not our friend. I have the honor now to invite the president. I have the honor to introduce to you and invite the chairman's open remark. Like I said, I've given him too much task. Coming here is one, and just today I told him that he's going to give us a chairman's remark. He's somebody that I know is well known as a philanthropist himself. He knows the vision that we are embarked upon, and he can guide us and advise us and put us through. So I'm honored to call on my professor again, Dr. Kende Aberoji, to give us the fatherly chairman's opening remark.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. I welcome you here in the name of the Lord. First, I thank God for this opportunity that we are together here in honor of our friends, particularly Dr. John Falana and the 1983 group of Anglican Grammar School, Ijare, in State, Nigeria. About 3 months ago, Dr. Falana called me. He said, "Uncle, I'll be a party in September." That was like June, July. I said, "Oh, that's great. Great, because I know Dr. Falana organizes good parties. You're going to eat, you're going to drink, you're going to dance." So I did not even ask him what would be the occasion. I was just elated. I said, "Bring us, come again." So when I got home, I told my wife, "We're going to be having a party in September." I said, "What date?" I said, "I don't know the date, but it's going to be in September." Being guys organizing the party, and she said, "It's going to be good." And I said, "I don't know the details yet, but he said it's September." So about 3 weeks ago, he called me. He said, "Uncle, I hope you didn't forget that part." I said, "I didn't forget, but I don't see the invitation." So he sent me an invitation. About 3 hours ago, he called me. He said, "Uncle, you're going to be the chairman at this occasion, and you're going to make a short speech." I said, "Gringa." A party that you told me about 3 months ago, and you are now telling me that I have a key role to play at the party. I said, "It's only you that can do this for me." I said, "Okay, I'll be there and I will try my best." So, ladies and gentlemen, if I don't measure up tonight, don't blame me too much. I'm very familiar with this kind of gathering where people come together, to find a way of helping our folks, our schools, our alma mater at home. This is a good and laudable cause. If you take a look at what is going on in Nigeria right now, sometimes I wonder whether we have a functional home. It's not just today, it's been like that for some time. So it is now that our people are waking up to join effort together and see how we can help other our schools, our universities, our communities, and things like that. This is what I call giving back. Giving back. I'm sure many of us were not born here. We emigrated from Nigeria. We started the course of our life from that country. The seed that is growing now, that is germinating now, was planted by somebody in Nigeria. And that is why it's so important that we take a look back and see what we can do to help our communities, our schools, and the various group that we may belong to at home. I am very happy for this group that you have been so thoughtful, you have been so kind, to embark on this kind of projects. It is not possible to leave development and growth of our society, of our schools, in the hands of governments alone. There's so much they can do. A lot will depend on us to help to supplement their efforts to do what is right for our community. For example, in my hometown, we sons and daughters of my hometown, I know you want to know my hometown, Ijare in Osun State, we came together. We built a very, very beautiful edifice for our Oba. A befitting edifice for our Oba. Before that time, you won't be able to point to the palace of Oba Ijare before this time. But now, you can probably bring guests and beat your chest that this is the palace of the Oba of Ijare. That is something. It cost them about 450 million naira to build that edifice without a kobo from the government. Soon as we build that, thank you very much. Soon as we finish that, we embarked on another 555 million naira project, a geriatric center, where the elderly in our society will be taken care of. It is the first of its type in Nigeria, and it's fully functional now. I'm part of the committee that work on this. Many of the equipment we bought from here. Government of Osun State, no federal government did not have a dime in this project. Right now, we are supplementing the efforts of the Osun State government to convert the College of Education Ijare, which is the oldest College of Education in the western part of Nigeria, into a university. We are trying to put together 1 billion to supplement the effort of government. Without this effort, government will just neglect us. Nothing would happen. And I'm sure every town and villages are coming together like this. This is the right step in the right direction. So I congratulate this group. I wish you well, and I pray for you that your dream will be realized. Let me warn you. In your group or in your larger group, you see, everybody cannot be the same. It may be just two of you will be the prime mover. Encourage those prime mover and move forward and do what you have to do. Once you have this dream, it can be realized. It may look fantastic now. How are we going to do this? Just start from somewhere. Start from somewhere. Every day, talk about it. Do something. Call colleagues. Before you know it, that school will be transformed. That school will be fully functional. I wish you well. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. I do really sincerely appreciate you. And on that note, there is nothing more rewarding than giving back to one alma mater. There is nothing more rewarding. I have pleasure in doing it, and I'm proud to say that I'm your son, and I'm your student, and somebody who you mentor. That's why I told your track line. And we have brought our friends here. It's mainly to give back to the community. When I visited my alma mater, I was almost crying. I cannot imagine if I was subjected to that kind of hardship, if I would have ever made it through this college. There's no school, there's no tables, there's no... Even when I was in science class, I was able to see what is prism. I was able to see about the chemicals, visit them together. I could see the color. When I visited our chemical lab club, there was no table. There was nothing to show up. I had my T-shirt burnt from the Bunsen burner. But these days, the students don't even see Bunsen burner. It's true. When I went to Anglican Grammar School in Ijare, I was almost up to tears. So it's very, very bad. And if we cannot be moved to do something, that means we're not appreciating what God has done for us. So it's very important that we are going back to build our schools, give back to the poor community. Some of the rich, the children of the rich, they are in Britain, they are in US studying. It's the poor. And I mean, Christ commanded us to take care of the poor. He said, if you have done this to these poor people, you have done it for me. So whatever we're doing for our children at school back home is very important. Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful word of wisdom. And we will take your advice with us. Thank you, sir. I have the honor to bring to you the presidential address from our president, Mr. Ulu Kayode Ademumi. I will bring you up.